Hi there, it's Casey from Whole Child Counseling. Today I'm going to show you how I use a master schedule to create a weekly plan. So once a year, I create a master schedule. I put on all my weekly groups, classroom lessons, individual sessions, any reoccurring thing. If I have a reoccurring thing that happens every single week, maybe it's an administration meeting or an attendance meeting or something like that, I put it on the master schedule. And then every week I create a copy of the master schedule to make my weekly plan. Let's dive in. Your master schedule is digital only, and it's where you'll put all your reoccurring meetings, sessions, lessons, and groups that happen each week. You'll put one-time meetings and appointments on your calendar, and then I'll show you how you're going to use your master schedule to create a weekly plan each week easily. And on your weekly plan, you'll look at your calendar and write in any appointments or meetings. And you'll also look at your group plan to fill in the session details from your weekly plan. And in this video, I'm going to show you all about the master schedule and weekly plan. So when you make a copy of the document, this is what it first looks like. And I do have one that's more filled out to show you too. But on all of these documents, you'll see it says click here for directions and notes. And then whatever you want to do, there's a clickable table of contents that will show you how to do it. Okay, but we're going to go back at the top here. So the first thing you're going to do is make an organization templates folder in your Google Drive. You've probably already done that, so I'm not going to show you that step here. But what I do want you to do is change the header. So you just have to double click in here and you are going to write the school year. The reason you want to do that is because when you save this document, we're also going to save it here too, like 2025 master schedule. You don't have to have all the other stuff. So we've changed the header, we've changed the name of the document. Then you can go to File, Move, and you can move a copy into your organizational templates folder. That way all your things are organized. In that folder, you might even have a year category because most of your documents you'll change yearly. Some of them you'll use all the time. So let's talk about customizing your master schedule. If you have any reoccurring meetings or tasks that happen every week, you can place them on this master schedule. I even write my daily lunchtime on here. So here's an example of what a done one might look like. Like here you can see my lunch is here. I've got an attendance meeting Tuesday. So you can put those things that happen each and every week in there. Maybe you have a principal or an administrative meeting. So what you want to do is when you want to add a class time, you're going to highlight this and you're going to write like whatever it is, like Miss Smith grade 2 group at 9 a.m. on Mondays. Let's say we're on the Monday day. The reason you highlight the text and keep it there is because it works on our clickable table of contents. So let's just jump down here and let's just say this is like, Mr. Apple grade 5 group here. So as you can see, it just makes it easier. So that's why you're going to highlight the text, the bold text at the top to write the group info. And maybe it's not a teacher's name. Maybe it's just your grade 2 group, or maybe it's grade 2, 3, whatever makes sense for you. You're going to type it there. That way it stays on the side because this side thing makes everything so easy for you to navigate. The other thing that you're going to do is in the attendance column, you're just going to write the name of the kids, Alicia. You can just highlight it and write whoever's in that group. If you need more, you just hit enter and you'll get another one. The reason we have these is because when you we're not going to use this in the master schedule, but as you can see, this allows you to take attendance. But this is just our master template. So we're going to leave the activity and supplies blank on this. So you're going to go through, you're going to change the titles of all the groups to put the time in and any info that you want, and add the group names here. If you want to add more session times, I think I have like 5 for each day, but if you have a group where you have a lot more, all you need to do is, let's say it's a Friday group, you go to that day, you highlight the box. This is your template box. You highlight it, right click, you're going to hit copy, then you go to the day that you need another one, and you're going to paste it in there. And that puts it right there, as you can see. And then you would just customize it like Miss J's grade 5 group at 2:30, whatever. So that's what you do if you want to add more. So you just go to the templates, copy it, and paste it wherever you want it. The reason why there's different ones is just because the days of the week are color coded. If you don't want to keep it color coded, you can just copy any one that you want. Then once you have this all filled out, and I'll show you what that, like an example of this looks like all filled out. To make your weekly plan, you'll be doing this every week. All you're going to do is click File, and then you're going to click Make a Copy. And then you would do the date, like, October 8th weekly plan. I don't actually save these, and then you would hit make a copy. I don't save all of my weekly plans because I put my info into the group planning log for the attendance, but you might even have one that's just week of, but and then put the week. This is going to make a copy and open it on your Google Drive. Actually, let's do that so I can just show you. Make a copy. So weekly plan October 8th. This day is already, I'm just picking a random day. So you can see it copies it exactly. I've got all the kids. I've got my lunch breaks in here. The reason I put my lunch is because some days I have lunch groups that go at my lunchtime with my colleagues, so I don't always take the same lunch break, but I've got all the stuff here. It does copy the template, so if you don't want those in your weekly plan, you can just delete them if you want it to be a little smoother. You can notice that I do have planning for next week, organizing, and then we do a thing called the skill of the week video, and I schedule an email out with that, with coping skills from Skills for Big Feelings. But anything that's a reoccurring task, you're going to put here. So I'm just going to make a copy of this. So let's say that I have a team meeting at, we'll say it's at 2:40. 2:40 team meeting, and I'll just put some initials here. So if I was just typing this regularly, by the way, to get an arrow, if you like those, I like to use the arrows. You just hit the bullet and then click that and you'll get an arrow, and this moves it where you want it. But oops, if you make a mistake, just hit the undo button. I do that all the time. So if I was just typing in an appointment, like a team meeting, I got this from my calendar. I'm going to go here to normal text, to this drop down. I'm going to do heading 2, and then apply heading 2. And if I want it, this text isn't the same, if I want it to be the same, I would do like that maybe. And again, you can pull out if you want it wherever. So I would put in any meetings that I have for the week. And then what I would do is look at my group planning log, and I would put in copy and paste all the activities and supplies. So I'm actually not going to show you that now because I'll show you that in the group planning log video. And after the attendance is over, you would use your group planning log to just check the box to note the attendance. To print your weekly plan, if you are adding a bunch of things in and the days don't end where you want or whatever, you can easily add a page break. Like, let's just pretend it was like this and you didn't like that. You can add a page break by clicking where you want the new page, hitting insert, and then, oh, my thing is covering it, so I can't see what's happening. Let's say we want a page break here. Insert, break, page break, and then it just puts it on a new page, so it's very clear. I like to do that because I like to print my weekly plan and put it on a clipboard on my desk, and I like to have each day start on a new page. I have very busy days, so I never get them all on one page. And you could do front and back if you want printing too. That's up to you. If you're like pasting from your group plan and the formatting is off, like I'm just going to copy this to show you an example. I'm not sure if the formatting is going to be off on this, but if I'm like, oh, I don't want that bold text, all you do is highlight it and click this crossed out T, and that will clear the formatting. I like Century Gothic, but you can do whatever text you want, and that will clear the formatting so you can fix it. I showed you how to add something to the clickable table of contents. Again, let's pretend, I'll show you that one more time because that is kind of important. Let's pretend that you have another thing that you want to do on Friday afternoon. So check in with Miss Holly, we'll say. And we'll pick a time for that, like 1:30 p.m. You're going to highlight the text, click normal text, go to heading 2 and apply heading 2. And then if you want to change, if you want to change the text, you can. That's up to you. And if you want to add the arrow, you can. But again, that's all just, I like things to look nice and the same, but that's just me. Might not be like feel like that. I just like everything to look nice. And I'm showing you step by step, so I'm taking a lot of time, but this is a very quick thing that you do every week. It's very simple. And then you would, on this weekly plan, you would paste in your group activity and supplies and any links that you need. If for some reason you don't see this clickable table of contents or outline on the left side, all you're going to do is hit view, and then you would hit show outline. So that takes it away, and you would just hit show outline, and there it is. If you want to add a new column or row, maybe there's something here on the weekly plan that you're like, oh, I need to write notes about this session or something. You would just right click in the table, and then you could hit insert row below or insert column to the right. You only have as much as the pages, but you could drag these around. I'm just going to hit the undo button. Again, if you make any mistakes, just that undo button is very simple to use. So that's to add a new column or row. If you added a new column, let's say, and you made a mistake and you don't need it, you would just right click in the row and hit delete row. So rows go horizontal and columns go up and down. Same thing with column. If you need to delete a column, you just click in the column, delete column. And I don't want that, so I'm gonna hit undo. If you want to delete a whole table, just click anywhere in the table and hit delete table. Maybe, your Fridays are a little lighter, or one of your groups gets canceled or something, or your push-in lessons or classroom instruction. So you just could delete it. Just click in the table, hit delete table and it goes away. And all I'm doing is hitting the undo button to undo it. If you want to search in the document, on a Windows, you would press Control F, and on a Mac, you're going to hit the Command button and then F, and you'll see this search bar comes up. So if I want to say, what day do I have Ronson? Okay, there it is. It will pull it up for me. Ronson's there. Or if I'm like, Sammy, when is Sammy's pushing? Okay, there it is. So whatever's you put on the table, whatever's in the document, it will search here. And you just click through these arrows and it will bring you all the way through it. I think that's everything for the master schedule and the weekly plan. I hope that you found this useful. This has really been such a great process for me. Once I print out my weekly plan, what I do is I as you can see on Friday, I have in my schedule planning for next week and organizing. So I print this weekly plan out once it has all my group activities and supplies and lessons and links pasted in there for my group planning log. I print this out, I put it on a clipboard, and then I pull all the supplies that I need, whatever books that they are, whatever the supplies are. I keep everything in binders. I'll put a link to the blog post with that. I pull it out and I put them in. I have a rainbow cart with drawers for every day, and I just put the materials for that day in the drawer. And then Monday morning, I am ready to go. My plan is printed. All my supplies are together. It is so simple and easy. In the link to the blog, I show you the rainbow cart, and I do have a free labels for that cart as well.